genuine sense of drama here. A pivotal game, offering a chance to seal progress from the group stage, and an opportunity also to set the tone for the knockout stage to come. Jordan are utterly focused and determined. They know how much this means.
Well, Peter, there's good pressure and bad, but this leans very much to the former, and a big chance to take everything on a level. These players have to embrace and tackle the task ahead with the courage and confidence they've grown for a time like this. I expect them to swim and not sink, and they won't need a rubber ring here either.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling... Up he goes! Couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now that's well seen too. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Plenty waiting in the middle. And that's the keeper's ball. Gonzalez. Lovely, now then. And Martinez! Oh, the ball's cold. That is asking for trouble. Clears it away. Lofted upfield. Could move up a gear here. First quarter of an hour gone. So we're still where we started right now. Senesi. Romero. Jordan have to win if they're to make it. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Messi. De Paul. Can he spark a counter here? Romero wins the duel this time. De Paul. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That has been cut short. Paredes does really well to win the ball there. Montiel. McAllister. Senesi shifted upfield. Gonzalez. McAllister. Paredes. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Montiel proves just a little bit too strong. So who's he picking out? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
And here's Messi. Martinez! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Oh, nicely intercepted. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. McAllister. Senesi. McAllister. Moved on forwards. Martinez. Oh, Red, nice interception. Gonzalez. Taliafico. Oh, it's played into the area. Ball's played through. Great run on the overlap here. And the first half is done. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. So 45 minutes from now, we will have a much clearer picture of it all.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
And it's played into the middle. Defending of the desperate variety. Chance to deliver. Messi. Paredes. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Aim forwards. Oh, can he get onto this? Romero. Oh, they continue each to cancel the other out. Romero. Romero, gently done. Oh, there's a probing ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Lobbed in behind. And that was very necessary. Looks to the other side. Senesi. Gonzalez. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection of what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
McAllister looking for a runner. That has been knocked clear. And that is out of play. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Substitution on the field. Number 9. Coming on the field is number 11. Substitution.
Romero. And it's Messi. And it's played forward. Chance, surely! De Paul. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Paredes. They'll have one final crack at it. Driving on, a real charge here. Ball is over the line. Argentina making another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Very nicely done. This might... And Martinez! And here's Alvarez. Oh, what a ball! Martinez, and the shot! Oh, it's there!
What a time to take the lead, but now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Martinez demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very leggy.
Argentina have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. Now it's Martinez. Simeone. Oh, good spread. That's tidy. Can he deliver? Oh, that's neat. Played out to the right. Molina's cross. And it's hoisted clear. Jordan making consecutive changes here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very...
Simeone! Oh, it's come loose.
Argentina can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now. Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
Senesi, no, again there's no way through. Paredes. We are into overtime. Senesi. Paredes. McAllister. Alvarez looks to get on the end of this. Jordan are out. The worst possible outcome. They barely got going, and now at the earliest opportunity, they are going out. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, Peter, the truth is they haven't been good enough to progress. The table doesn't tell lies.
Algeria. So it's away we go then. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Riyad Mahrez. He's one of the best dribblers around, Peter, with such delicate, close control and...
He's had a shot! Goal, Austria!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant. That's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Austria gain their reward with an early goal. It's an inviting looking ball, that.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Sabitzer. That's really well manoeuvred. Schmidt. Schupf. Leimer. Moved on forwards. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Kalajic. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And it's Alaba. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Nouri. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Sabitzer providing an outlet on that flank. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mahrez forwards and with intent. Nice control. So who's he picking out? Mahrez. And the shot! A chance to play it in. Defending of the desperate variety. Gregoric. Leimer. Lienhardt. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And it's played forward. And the pass is intercepted. Leimer, and the keeper's got it again. Sabitzer. Alaba. Danso. And they've got a throw. It's run loose here. Delivered with swing. That has been knocked clear. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Nice looking ball. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Up towards the front line. Leimer gets across to intercept that. Alaba. Algeria are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Schmidt. Sabitzer. Sabitzer played into space. It's a goal kick. And it's Mahrez. Aim forwards. And here's Mahrez. Linhart, gently done. And they can counter here. Gregoritsch. Now it's Schopf. He is through here. Danger averted for now. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the second half gets underway.
Algeria can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Alaba. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Schmidt. Alaba. That's been slipped through. Real chance! Sabitzer! And he's there to clear it. Mandy shifted upfield. Nouri. Oh, it's come loose. Boudaoui. Mahrez. And Mahrez!
Mahrez really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Out to the right. That's a little off target. Oh, can he get onto this? Sabitzer. Kalajic. Alaba. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Ball is over the line. Ball's out once more.
Exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He's onto it in a flash. Sabitzer. Schmidt. Great defending, strong and determined. Schopf. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Driven forward.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's Alaba. Bentaleb. Nouri. That's an imaginative pass. What a throw in. So here comes the substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Substitutions taking place.
Showing good feet. Cross goes in there. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Bentaleb. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Algeria really might just end up kicking.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Austria clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Mahrez looking to run onto it.
Algeria really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Algeria are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Schupf. That looks a good ball through. Arnautovic. And that's been repelled.
Austria really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Algeria cannot afford for this to peter out. There just isn't time left. Needs a quality cross. Schmidt. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
So it all hinges on this. They need a draw to progress. It is a teasing game of football, right on the very edge. So the first box is more or less ticked. It is a time to concentrate on what happens next.
Well, Peter, this is nothing to do with good fortune now. This team is here on merit, and if they can sustain their level of performance, it's hard to see anything other than the right conclusion to this group stage. However, and I have to address the other potential outcome and remind everyone that concentration has to be their best player for the duration, or else.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Ruben Diaz. Arias. Great run on the overlap here. Shoots! Worth a try. Shame about the outcome.
Cordoba quickly realised that was his only option. It's very fast thinking.
Lobbed in behind. That's really well cleared. James Rodriguez.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Ruben Diaz.
Portugal, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those.
Portugal have a free kick. Spina gets his gloves on it, nice and calm. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And here's Rafael Leao. Nice physical challenge. It's an inviting looking ball, that. James. Arias, that's a cute ball, and he's managed to get free. The ball goes in, and he's there to get it away. Sanchez have it back and can go again, and it's played forward. Could move up a gear here.
Rafael Leao, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Quintero, still goalless. Defending of the desperate variety. Played towards the front line, and it's Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto. João Cancelo. Rafael Leao! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Pedro Neto. Spread out to the left. And he's on a charge. Can he latch on to this?
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Ruben Neves. Out to the left it goes. And it's Quintero. There's the shot!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
João Cancelo. Araujo. A good deal hanging on what they can achieve here. A point will do. Araujo forwards and with intent. That's good play. Can he get onto this? And they've got a throw. It's a mighty effort! That needed to be better, and he knows it. And it's half-time here. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
Colombia ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So remember, this could all be decided by the end of the day.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Cristiano Ronaldo. So who's he picking out? So much time. And the shot! Ronaldo with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Arias moved on forwards. Arias. James Rodriguez. And here's Diaz. Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, I think the word from the touchline, Peter, is that defence needs to focus on runners and balls over the top.
Yeah, it's a clear change in approach, isn't it?
Yeah, and if they drop off, there has to be a strong level of industry from other...
Real chance! Arias getting this one clear. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's come loose! Hammers defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, played through for the wide man. Too long, and over the line. João Neves. Ruben Diaz. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Ruben Diaz. Nuno Mendes. Ruben Diaz. Nuno Mendes. Ruben Dias. Looks to the other side. João Cancelo. Pedro Neto. Oh, good spread. Oh, such a clever touch. And here's Neto. Swept in. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Araujo. Nuno Mendes. Rafael Leao.
Portugal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Bruno Fernandes. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And he shoots! And again! And yes, it's there!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Final checks on the touchline, a change about to occur.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Substitutions taking place.
So the first goal of the game.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter, the desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
Arias. Big chance! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Cordoba clearly felt that he was entitled to try that, and I'm inclined to agree with him. There wasn't anything else on.
Ruben Neves. Colombia are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
João Neves. Pedro Neto. Over to the left. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Rafael Leao. Bruno Fernandes played out to the left flank. Rafael Leao! Denied by an instinctive save.
Rafael Leao really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Portugal making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but...
Chance, surely! Fair effort, he reacted well.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Quintero. James. Colombia cannot afford for this to peter out. There just isn't time left. Sanchez. Nicely aimed pass. Ruben Neves. And time is up. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Your reflections then, Jim?
Colombia could still be playing, Peter, and probably still be trying to score. It might just be causing some edginess to the camp.
And we're underway. Calmly anticipates. Kusenov. That's really well manoeuvred. Played out to the right. Shooting chance! Stands first effort on goal. That has been knocked clear. Aim forwards. Makambu. Great ball if he can get there. Wan-Bissaka. Nice looking ball. He's in space and looking for options.
Uzbekistan, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Kusenov. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Tries a deft little ball. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Driven forward. Not the most accurate pass. Is onto it in a flash. Oh, nicely intercepted. Chance here to counter. That's a cute ball. That's a little off target. No goals as yet. And it's lofted through here. Masuaku forwards and with intent. And the counter is on. Masuaku, gently done. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And now the breakaway. He is just caressing the ball. That's a cute ball. Kusanov with the clearance. Here comes another cross. That has been knocked clear. He can run onto that, and he's straight offside. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Wan-Bissaka. Danger averted for now. That's a corner kick. And it's been taken short. There's the shot! That's surely a foul, free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Clears it away. Turns and goes back. Can he finish? Wan-Bissaka gets it clear. And the half-time whistle goes. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So off we go once more. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Nice physical challenge. Oh, this looks sharp. Now that's well seen too. Oh, easy pickings there.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Moved on forwards. Kusanov. And it's played forward, cuts out the pass. And that is out of play. That is good strength. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Uzbekistan to retain the ball, but are seemingly in no rush to break forward.
Attendance for this match was 61,052.
Takes the shot! No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Kusanov. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Kusanov. Kusanov, forwards and with intent. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, it's Bakambu! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cleared away. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Has a look and plays it forward. That's an excellent interception. He's not played the ball, that's a foul.
Substitutions taking place.
Uzbekistan have a free kick. And the ball's done its job. It's anyone's ball now.
Uzbekistan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Shapes to shoot! And he's there to get it away. Great run on the overlap here. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. He's shooting! Oh, it's come loose.
Uzbekistan clearly might still do this. Intensity level and focus are all very good, even at this late stage now.
Up towards the front line. That had too much on it. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case. Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
Uzbekistan desperately need a goal. Decent chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
There's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
No way through, so back it comes. Uzbekistan cannot afford for this to peter out. There just isn't time left. Moved on forwards. Short changes him with that pass. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
whistle. He's onto it in a flash. Cuts out the pass. manoeuvred. Godoy. Lovely bit of skill. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And that has been cleared. Out to the left it goes. Very nicely done. Time to deliver. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, welcome to the modern game. You get hounded as soon as you get the ball. You can't take time like that.
Moved on forwards. O'Reilly makes the interception. Quansah.
England, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Played in with purpose. He's dealt with that well. James, crossed in once more. Kane ploughing. He's had a shot! Oh, it's come loose. And that was very necessary. And it's James. Bellingham. James crosses. In comes the corner. And the keeper has it. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Matchday. Bellingham. Nicely intercepted. Panama, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Bullish header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
He simply mistimed the header, and it was as if he knew it wasn't going to work out.
Bellingham. Quansah. Anderson. Played out to the right. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Oh, the chance for a shot! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Listen, I'm not sure he had to go at that first time, but at least he showed some good confidence.
Aim forwards. Rice. And here's Kane. Great defending, strong and determined. Bellingham. Out to the right. Matchday. There are a few waiting for it. Oh, that's neat. James. Oh, it's played into the area. James. Back in once more. And that has been cleared. Bellingham! Decent enough try. And the ball is out of play. And it's Murillo. Can he finish? Denied by an instinctive. And we've reached half-time. Decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Anderson, and it's played forward. Bellingham, over to the left. Murillo. Moved on forwards. Rice. And here's Kane. It's Kane! Could be danger here. He's there to get rid. Chalobah looks to the other side. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That's good play. Bellingham. And it's Rice. And here's Kane. Ah, such a clever touch. Cleared without complication. Gordon. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Anderson. Now that's well seen too. .60 minutes played. And still we await the first breakthrough. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Bellingham clears it away. It's really well manoeuvred. Matchday. Nice control. Gordon. It'll be a throw-in. Bellingham. Matchday. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Kane. Oh, Kane! There's a goal!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
Well, there was to be no other outcome. England are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Substitution in progress.
England, they have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
And he goes cross-field. Quansah. Chalobah. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this. Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Coming on the field is number 17.
That is lovely. Spread out to the left. Danger averted for now. It's a throw-in. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Substitutions taking place.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Rice, no, again there's no way through. Madueke. And the finishing line very much in sight now. England have their place in the knockout stage all but secure. Looking here to chip it through. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Bellingham. Quansah. And here's Madueke. There's the shot! It's off target and by quite a way. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Well, the referee's seen the board and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. Aim forwards.
Number 11. 2 minutes has been allocated.
2 minutes to be added on. Anderson. Chalobah. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
Look, I think a draw might have been a much fairer result today. It's just that one crucial second half goal. That's what cost them.
Things on the way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Luka Modric. He's someone, Peter, who reads the game that little bit quicker than everyone else. He's got fantastic technique too, and that allows him to weigh his through balls to near perfection, as well as keep hold of it when he's under pressure. He's a real leader out there, someone who can take control of the game and maintain it.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. That's going to go a long way. Semenyo, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kovacic, aim forwards. And it's played forward. Guardiol. And here's Pasalic. In by Pasalic. Partey. Sucic. Croatia, without doubt, seeing more of the ball and looking to turn it now into something meaningful. Cross goes in, climbs up big! Pasalic, and a chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
And he welcomes it in, and he welcomes it in. Oh, smashing header! They've done it! Oh, offside.
Well, obviously some sections of the crowd would disagree, but that was the right decision, albeit a late one.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Livakovic sends that a long way. Shutalo. Vardiol. And it's Pasalic. So it is still 0-0. Vardiol finds himself offside. Williams, and here's Semenyo. Nice control. Played down the flank. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Ayew, and Ayew! Sucic with the clearance.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Sucic. Perisic looks to the other side. Modric. And here's Budimir. Budimir ploughing through the middle. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That pass has been well intercepted. Sucic. Perisic. Modric. Vardiol. He is through here! And he's managed to beat absolutely everyone. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Sucic. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Baba. Gently done. Kovacic. Budimir. And it's lofted through here. Now it's Pasalic. Pasalic. Oh, great chance! Turns and goes back. Now it's Pasalic. Pasalic with the cross. Cleared away. Semenyo. That's a cute ball. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Showing good feet. There's the shot! It's in!
If there's such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking.
That is simply top drawer, beautifully served up and deliciously finished.
Oh look, there's always a bit more satisfaction in executing a first-time volley, and he'll be buzzing inside after that.
Ghana have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supporters have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we're off again.
Croatia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Stanisic. Perisic. Stanisic. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That has been cut short.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Played out to the right. And here's Iñaki Williams. Thinks one through. Tries to get it clear. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Croatia have got it back and they'll have another go. And here's Budimir, Perisic, and it's Stanisic. Stanisic with, oh, what a climb! Harmlessly behind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Elik. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Out to the right. Modric. Elik. Modric. Perisic. Stanisic. That is lovely. Kovacic. Now it's Budimir. Budimir is having a shot! He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Šutalo. Modric. Sučić. Sučić forwards and with intent.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And here's Pasalic. And here's Budimir.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now this could be a shot at goal! And perfect time, decisive strike.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Croatia have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Ghana are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Number 16.
Ghana are totally dominant in the middle of the park, and no way through zone.
Semenyo, and he's picked out the run. And the shot! Yes! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Ghana find a position of real strength now.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Moved on forwards. And he's managed to get free. Semenyo. Oh, that's nice. Plenty waiting in the middle. And it's Putt. And the shot! And that is a save of real quality. Not easy by any means. Baturina. Modric. Kovacic. And they win it back again. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Now it's Williams. Now it's Williams. A real chance! And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Croatia suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
It's a poor result. They offered very little goal threat, and it's the kind of unproductive performance that could drain confidence pretty quickly. At the business end, they just can't close the deal.